There are two common types of gear damage. Bottoming occurs when the teeth of one gear touch the lowest point on the mating gear. Bottoming occurs only in multiple gear drive combinations, while climbing occurs when the teeth of one gear climb over the top of the mating gear teeth. Climbing results from excessive wear in the gears, bearings, or shafts. Climbing will result in a loss of the gear until the gears engage, and will result in rapid destruction of the gear teeth. Twin countershaft transmissions must be timed following the manufacturer's procedures so that the countershaft gears contact the main shaft gears at the same time. Countershaft timing is done by using the alignment marks and procedures supplied by the manufacturer. If diagnosing a rear seal leak, check for wear at the output shaft bearings or thrust washers that would cause excessive run out of the shaft that could wear or rupture the seal. Worn bearings produce a growl or whining noise. Bearings usually fail from dirt or excessive heat. A bearing failure may be diagnosed prior to disassembling the transmission by rotating the shaft and checking for excessive vertical movement at the ends of the shaft. For automatic transmission diagnosis, start with a check of the fluid for proper level and to check if the fluid is burnt or contaminated. If the transmission has an EDU system, check for diagnostic trouble codes or DTCs with a scan tool, or utilize the gear selector to read out the DTCs. Then connect a set of transmission pressure gauges and compare the pressures in each gear to those in the manufacturer's service manual. Overheated fluid demands a check of the transmission cooler and lines. Always check the cooler for any restriction or blockage that would diminish the airflow over the cooler. If the transmission is overheated or if it fails any of the pressure tests, it will have to be removed for rebuild. Electrical systems on the drivetrain systems include backup light, neutral safety switch, and warning device circuit switches, the transmission temperature gauge circuit, and the vehicle speed sensor circuit on some trucks. Electrical diagnosis should be done with a digital multimeter to test for current flow and excessive resistance. The vehicle speed sensor is a signal generator that sends an analog signal to the speedometer cluster. The signal voltage should alternate and can be checked with an oscilloscope or voltmeter. The transmission temperature sensor is a variable resistance sensor. The output voltage of the sensor can be checked and compared to the chart in the manufacturer's service manual.